Subtitles by Nikolai Winther. Friends, hello everyone. You're back on my channel. And this, as you understood, is my new video. In this video, I want to show you two of my bases that I built when I was 11 and 10 years old. Well, my first, let's say, wooden structures I want to show you today. I think it will be quite interesting to see. I haven't even been to these places myself in a long time. It's not far from the village compared to, for example, my cabin. My cabin is much further away, and this is relatively close to the village. I don't know how visible I am. The sun is probably washing me out. I'll go in now. Today, I wanted to go to the cabin again, but I didn't go for one reason. Because today, hunters deep in the forest on the clearings got a flat tire, called my dad so I could bring a camera. And Dad told me to bring the camera and help. I naturally didn't refuse. Helped, brought the camera, and that was it. The all-terrain vehicle was fixed, but the day was spent. In general, no big deal, so it gave me a reason to show my, let's say, you can't call it a cabin, camps in short, my first wooden structures. Here's the first one in front of me. It's in a sorry state, but it's worth showing. It's a shame, of course. It's built entirely from birch. It was built 4 years ago, using only axes. We didn't have saws, only axes and nails. Nothing else was used in the construction of this camp. I'll try to find photos when this camp was still intact. I'll show them now if I find them. Here it is in its old state. Now I come here in the spring and collect birch sap. I think you can see it, such a small table, a table seat. There was a fire pit here, an unnecessary ball, I'm telling you. And we built with birch because when we were younger, we thought birch was stronger. I don't know why, but we thought so. We dug in the posts. We made a canopy like this. It was quite high. That is, it was all very difficult to do because everything is at a great height. So take a look. I'm standing next to a post. The post is more than 2 meters high. And we did this at age 10, that is 4 years ago, only with axes. That's how much arch we had. There's a ladder like this to go up there. And we sat there, ate sometimes, you see. Small boards are nailed on, this is. A table, well, a kind of small table. We spent many hours up there. Down below, we also waited out the rain sometimes. But mostly we waited out the rain here. There was a big canopy here. Well, I think you can see it. Well, all that's left of it is dry branches. The load-bearing beam, so to speak, is completely broken. Well, it's birch. It just rotted and that's it. Like this. This is a blank for a woodshed, but this cabin, well, cabin, okay, I'll call it a cabin, was no longer interesting to us, so we never finished the woodshed. There was a canopy. Everything was made primitively but durable. Inside there were good benches that we also made ourselves. Anyway, let's go to another shelter. I think I've shown this enough. Here I am at the next base. There's an ATV standing over there. It's further away in a more wisely chosen location. A place near a stream. There is this stream on which my cabin stands, the one I'm restoring. Restored, actually. It's just that here it's much, about 10 kilometers downstream. It's wider here, more interesting, but in principle, there are no fish in it. So what difference does its width make? This is really in the forest. That is, a real forest. If that one was near a field, quite close to the village, then this is already forest. That is, it's further. We even walked here sometimes and we got tired. That is, this is already a normal distance. At least maybe 5 kilometers from the village. It's not much, of course, but it's better. That is, this is already a real forest, good forest, and this is much more grandiose. The base, because it was made 3 years ago with a chainsaw. My friend bought a chainsaw 3 years ago and we made this base. It has a small story that I'll tell you now. There, I can already see it. The forest here is dark, spruce-like. There's not even moss. This is what it looks like. We even left some things here. I haven't been here for a very long time. It's already more grandiose, you can see it right away. We even have some logs left. That is, the scale here is very large. Such a table. Look, I'll kick it now. Oh, it's still standing well, considering it's made from birch, unbarked birch. We had a fire pit here. Even a glove is left. This base, I'll say right away, is much more interesting because, I repeat, it was made with greater resources. Oh wow, look. This base, so to speak, will also collapse soon. When I was here last time, this wasn't here. Look, it's about to go too. It's all bent. That is, look how much good timber is here. Maybe, if you think about it, suggest in the comments what can be done with it. Naturally, it's all deadfall, non-living trees. We even brought a tarp, table, chair. These were blanks for a bed, boards were brought, lots of boards. Birch bark, roofing felt, some bags, chopped firewood, all thrown in. Good table, good chair. I should take them away from here before they rot, because I understand it will be soon. There are all sorts of cool little boxes here. Oh, it's even frozen into the ground. Well, hardly frozen, but anyway, you get it. There was a shelf here, only its leg remains. This is a can of corn that we used as a cup, a mug. Oh, I fell into a hole. So what else can I show here? Here we have. Well, everything was, that is, it was improved. Don't mind that everything is thrown around here. It was all thrown around when we left, so to speak, to keep it from getting wet. Well, to keep it from getting too wet. Of course, I paid very little attention to this camp. That is, I didn't come here at all. But for some reason now I even feel sorry that it will definitely collapse this winter, I guarantee it. Here we specially made two so that, well, in general, we did the right thing because if we had made one, it would have already broken. We made two. To distribute the weight, it will break soon. This winter it will most likely definitely break. Well, not most likely, it will definitely break. All sorts of trimmings like this. Chainsaw lubricant, naturally empty. Some bags there. Firewood like this. Good quality boards, really good. A bag of moss, because the gaps between. The logs we started caulking with moss. Well, there's basically nothing else here. I don't remember what's in the bags. I remember for sure that there is something, but I can't recall what. Also, we have two ladders here. There are, or were, here two ladders. One is like this, good and sturdy, made from dry wood, and it's relatively light. And this birch one was very heavy. Again, because we thought birch was, well, how to say, stronger, so we used birch. But here we already understood, when we were building this base, we already understood that pine is better as a building material, so we built from pine. And before that, initially, here we started building a kind of small hut. For walls, we managed to make the roof and it collapsed. Everything was also made from birch. The posts that were dug in rotted. That's why they collapsed. I think there's nothing more to show here. Naturally, if you dig around, you can find many interesting things, but why? So it's bent, it will fall soon, covered in fungus, but no big deal. Be sure to write in the comments what can be done with these building materials, with this place, because coming here to relax is a pleasure. Now I want to show you the stream that flows below, and here the stream is noticeably larger. It has acquired a kind of, well, it's all there. It flows more like a brook, but this can already be called a river because it has its own steep banks. There used to be a deep hole here. Now it's of course filled with sand, and here we plan to make on this bank a field bathhouse, wrapping 4 poles with stretch film. And jump in here because the depth here was normal. Well, not jump, but at least just dip. It might have been 1 meter to 1.5 meters, because there was a small waterfall here. Now everything has become dull. And it's even sad that this cabin, not a cabin, but this structure will soon collapse, because the place is good, in my opinion. You can hear machinery working somewhere far away. That's the clearings. They are cutting down the forest, unfortunately. There are little mushrooms like this, tell me what they are called. We always called them gribania. Or daimuchki, we called them daimuchki in childhood. Well, I'm still a child now, but I mean in deep childhood. A fir tree fell here somewhere. This is the stream here. Friends, I'll be heading home now. I was planning to sit down and make a fire. I don't know, most likely I won't do it, I'll think about it some more. Oh, I got scared, leaves are falling. But most likely I won't do it now. But if I do, I'll probably film it. Don't forget also that I have other social networks besides YouTube: Zen, VK Video, and Telegram. Zen and VK Video are for those who find it more convenient to watch there, whose YouTube lags and so on. And Telegram is for those who want to see information about me and my life earlier than on YouTube. For example, this hike will appear on Telegram much earlier, but not the video itself, but rather some clips, photos, and so on. That is, people subscribed to the Telegram channel will find out about this much, much earlier. Links will be in the pinned comment, in the description, everywhere. In general, the pinned comment always has links to my social networks. Thank you all for watching. Bye everyone. Subtitles by Nikolai Winther.